Oh, look at the ducks up underneath that nice cat. Quack, 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 quack. Yeah, this is our neighbor's facility that we use to store our grain at, and we farm his land up here and stuff. And he has a bunch of ducks. He's very good with like conservation and stuff with the ducks, big in like Ducks Unlimited and like National Wild Turkey Federation and all that. Just a good outdoorsman. So here's a product we've been trying out on our corn this year. It's Talc USA. Brant, that I got on my hat, bought Talc USA, and they have a bunch of like different formulations. And I want to say this one's like the 80-20 graphite. We like to use the graphite mixed in with the seed talc because we run E-sets on our planter, and graphite is so much better of a dry lubrication on the seed plates. But it also has a nutrients package we added to it, and an insecticide package. And it said, I read the label on it, it's like really good like nematode package on cotton. And we're throwing it in our corn, and we're gonna see what she does. So we're gonna switch up our AB line out here. We're gonna run the rows this way. Usually they run that way, and JV is going and running them that way, or he's driving it to set the new AB line. So when we go to set it down, we're planting straight. We're not sitting there, you see like little crooks in the row and everything. Alright, Quack Attack, we're out. See you guys. Alright, a little safety minute. This is the reason why we have two vehicles that are like flagging you down when you meet them on a back road. Look how wide he is coming up, going down the road. And sometimes this part of the road right here, we have plenty of shoulder over here, but most of the times these back roads, especially the planter, the strip till rig, combine, and the cotton picker are all about that 18 to 21 foot wide range, and we need all the road we can get. And just sometimes we sit there, we flash our lights, we have blinking lights on top of the truck, on front of the truck, flashers, flashing lights, waving them down. They probably think we're over friendly. I mean, yeah, we want to be your friend and everything, but we're just trying to tell you to get over. And then sometimes, well, I want to say it's probably 10% of the time, 90% of the time, people are really good, they get over, listen to you and everything. But sometimes you have people that want to cuss you out, call you number one, and do everything else. And I just sit there, I wave and I smile, I tell them to have a lovely day. Kill them with kindness. Alright, so I'll show you how the planter works. This is the starter coulter right here. And like I said out there in the field, see how it's offset? That's your starter coulter. And then that one right there is where your seed goes in. So when it's coming down the field, this opens up, and this tube right here goes and it puts the starter fertilizer down. Starter fertilizer is kind of like coffee for seed, but it's like coffee with benefits. It gets a lot of upfront nitrogen, a lot of upfront nutrients that is good, different kinds of nutrients, just to kind of give that seed a good bump start. Then down here we have the other set of disc openers, and down in there there's a seed tube. I'm sorry, I'm flipping y'all off. There's a seed tube down in there, and what happens is you got the big vacuum. I'll show you over there, but this vacuum hose goes here. Let's see, I'm gonna pull it off. pulling a vacuum, and that vacuum is sitting there, and when the seed comes down, it goes pulling that vacuum. When the seed comes down, the seed sticks to the other side of this plate right here, and then it goes to each one of those cells, and then we have something on here. Oh, back up. We have like a little thing on there that goes in it. We have E-sets on here, and it pricks the seed out of the plate. And as it does that, it goes down that tube, drops down in the ground. Let's see, there's the tube right there. And it goes and the seed comes out of that tube, and it drops down 2 inches in the ground. Then these two disc blades right here go, and they're called your closing discs. They go and they close the seed trench back up, and this is your firmer wheel. And the firmer wheel goes and it just kind of firms the trench up for to make sure the trench is nice and level and everything looks good. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but this is the transmission right here. We have different driven and driver sprockets on here. It's just basically like a transmission in a vehicle, like the rear end and the transmission. It's geared, we select different gears to get different populations. We do different populations on cotton and corn, peanuts, soybeans. It's all the same thing. But it runs off of these wheels right here go, and they drive, as they get on the field, it drives that shaft, and then it drives the transmission. And at the same time, you have to make sure your speed is correct. If not, you'll get improper population. It'll sit there, and the way it's geared down, it'll be just really different. But anyways, here's your starter pump, and this runs off of the gear down there on the shaft. So as soon as those wheels start turning, this goes and it starts driving this pump. We run 500 gallons of starter fertilizer in these saddle tanks, and then we run, this is a 300 gallon tank, but we usually don't fill it up. We run the in-furrow for corn, cotton, and peanuts. The in-furrow, just along with the starter, it provides more of that boost. The in-furrow gives more of a protection to the seed, along with the seed treatment to fight against different diseases, insects, so we have a good stand. It's nothing harmful. It's everything is good on it. So with the in-furrow, it's called in-furrow because this tube right here, it comes right behind that seed trench, and there's where it sprays up. I don't know if I got it on there, but yeah, oh yeah, you can see it. Yep, that's your orifice down there, and that orifice just sits there and it shoots a stream right there behind the seed right before the closing disc gets it. Those are the airbags. We have a small tiny compressor that we keep in the cab, and we turn the pressure up or turn it down. Let's say we're in like clodded up soil somewhere where I was stripping, let's say like a clay, like heavier soil that was real clodded up. You turn the pressure up on the bags, it firms those it firms the gauge wheels up, which are the black wheels right here. Let me go prime the planer real quick. All right, you're good. I always like to prime the planer, see the starter and the seed comes out. But anyways, those black wheels on there are called your gauge wheels. That's how we set the depth on it to make sure we get the right depth. But anyways, with those airbags, you go and yeah, you get on that cloddier soil, you turn your pressure up. You get on more of a softer soil, you turn the pressure down. That way you're not sitting there burying that seed, and it's just good. And we try to make the best seed bed possible. The better the seed bed, the better the plant's gonna be. Yeah, so I stripped this land probably a couple weeks ago, and JV's going again like we did in the other field, setting the AB line. He's just driving along right where I drove over top. We usually keep our same AB lines each year, but like some of this stuff I just go and I switch the AB line up, because I usually don't switch it up, but like in this field, I started over there last year and it was dry over there last year, but this year it had water standing in it, so I had to start over here. So it's all putting a different angle on the field and everything, and we just try to rip on the ripper streak. Yeah, so here's a good representation of the starter, and then there's your starter trench, then here comes your seed trench. There's your seed right in there, and the closing disc goes and closes the trench up, and then firms the soil down. Well, we got it planted this way. Now we're planting it that way. Feels really nice today. It's like in the low 70s. Got all my corn strip tilling done, so I'm in good shape till next week on cotton. Which following, I think tomorrow, we're gonna try to put some beans in the ground. Hopefully, fingers crossed. If not, we'll get started on it Monday. Ooh. Lightning alert. Special weather statement. Ooh, let's see what the special weather statement is. Let's see. Strong thunderstorm.